Hi, I'm Darwin. Today I'm going to review my favorite movie, The Little Mermaid. The Little Mermaid opens with a stunning backdrop of the ocean. The color scheme is beautiful and it's able to capture the attention of both adults and kids. The story is just amazing. It's perfectly paced and nothing comes at a time when it's not supposed to. Everything just feels so right. The character designs are wow. You have the whole sea to choose from and so many colors of the sea that you can utilize. In a way, they kept it somewhat basic by using red of Sebastian, the yellow and blue of Flounder, and everything just works. Ariel's red hair is vibrant. All the mermaids' fins are green and shiny. Their jewelry just so fitting. And it sets up a setting. It sets up a world where you can believe that this is how some people live. This is how some people have lived for ages, and that it's a real realm. It's a real existing world where people live and have moments of conflict, have moments of triumph, and it's all just so believable. The whole movie, it works so well because you see a glimpse inside every character's soul, what drives them every so often. And that moment comes when they're at a moment of ease, they're alone, or they're with a close friend. And that's when they break out the fantastic musical numbers. They're some of the best in history. And Part of Your World is just my favorite musical number of all time. And it everyone has to be able to relate to it. It has to hit them in some way because they know what it feels like when they feel like they're not either good enough or they're just too different. And it just illustrates the point of people not wanting to be lonely. And it hits all the right marks because Ariel is surrounded by friends and family, and she's very loved and she's protected. She's royalty, but she's still lonely because she knows it's not her place in the world. She doesn't feel right there. And it's not like she's ungrateful. She just knows her place is somewhere else. And it's so amazing that we can illustrate that through animation, through song, and it has to have formed a lot of children's identities. It helped me realize that everyone's a little bit different. And even if they don't show it, they may feel incompetent at times, weird at times. And the thing you have to do in life is you move along with it. You work with what you have. And if you can get to the place you want to be, then that's awesome. If you can't, you should be grateful for the things you have and your support groups. If they care about you, you should really give that love back. And the people around you may not be perfect, but you really have to work with them. And if you have to compromise, you do that. If you can change or if they can change without giving up who you are, then you can make a lot of people happy. You can make more than just you or one person happy. You can form real bonds. The Little Mermaid really captured the spirit of needing to belong or wanting to belong, and it's so relevant in today's society. We have a lot of issues of depression or anxiety and people being unable to communicate, like in the instance of Ariel being unable to cooperate with or communicate with her sisters or her father. It's just a timeless movie, like a lot of Disney movies are. But I would say The Little Mermaid just is out of this world, part of your world. Yeah, it really does let people know and kids know that being a maverick or being different is okay. It also shows that in this life, you have to protect what you love, you have to protect what's right. It just, yeah, the movie, every time I watch it, it just always blows my mind how it gets things like fatherly love just right. You know, sometimes being overprotective, needing to admit to mistakes. It shows people's sense of duty, whether they have been neglecting it or they're doing it right, but they still fail. And they can feel really crummy about it, but sometimes there's nothing they can do. You know, Sebastian did everything he could. He was, as the young kids say, he was the homeboy. He was Uncle Sebastian, really looking out for our princess. But despite doing everything he could, he failed. And it worked out in the end, but that's how life is sometimes. The power of friendship with Flounder and Ariel just is uncomparable to, I think, any of the other relationships in the movie. So Flounder knows nothing about needing to be on the surface world. He listens to Ariel. He's there for her. He accompanies her. And he's truly a good friend. But he doesn't share those desires of needing to be on land like Ariel does. But because he's a good friend, he feels that despite being unable to understand her desires, he needs to make himself available to her and help her get through her hard times, no matter what she turns out to be. The power of friendship, I think, is the strongest. Flounder is happy for Ariel when she goes off to land. He's looking out for her when she's in danger. He smells danger when she has to deal with Ursula making the deal. And he has nothing to gain out of any of this. He just really feels the need to be a good friend. And so Flounder, I think, is the real MVP, so to say. And he's just a gem of a character. The Little Mermaid is a timeless movie. It's just beyond excellent in every aspect, and I think every person should watch The Little Mermaid.